I'm Johnny Pepper, and I'm backstage at the Psychomania Rumble, the 11th in Potsdam, Germany, with the legendary Ricochets. 3 of them anyway. You know, when I listen to your set, and I'm a huge fan of you, obviously.
Yeah, but today?
But you know, when I listen to your set, I sort of get a flavor of sort of London in the 80s and you know, your kind of the music that you grew up with as well, not just the psychobilly, but you know, it's so present in your set. And I think that's one of the things that makes you such a magic.
Ben, where you going?
Well,
someone's trying to escape.
the drummer's trying. Yeah. You can't get out of this one, Ben.
So how did you guys get started? You're like family, aren't you?
Yeah.
How did you get started? And you guys are Londoners, right?
Yeah.
You're real Londoners.
Yeah, 100% Londoners.
So how did you get started?
A long story. Me and Steve used to play guitar from school days, and we listened to all the 50s artists, all the rock and roll, Elvis, Cochrane, all the original, you know, rockabilly and rock and roll artists, and then it just progressed from that. Really, it did progress from there. We just wanted to go further, and obviously when Sam first bought the double bass, we and Steve just looked at each other.
And they said,
when Sam bought his double bass,
we
he couldn't play any instrument at all.
Really?
And that's still the same today.
No, definitely not. So wait, so how are you guys related?
So me and Sam are brothers.
Yeah.
And Dave's
I'm cousin.
Your
First cousin.
cousin.
Yeah.
Ben is going to become his brother.
You've seen the film The Jerk? You've seen the film The Jerk?
Yeah.
Well, he's the other brother.
The brother from another brother.
I'll get it in a minute.
1, 2, 3, 7. Yeah.
Okay, we'll get to
What's that?
in a minute.
Edit that out. No, Ben's saying edit that bit out, he says.
Sorry. So what was it like for you? Like you grew up in London?
Yeah, we could grow up in London. We were all into rockabilly music.
Yeah.
So our whole scene, when we lived in North London, Finchley, we all went to the Royalty. There's another club, Bumbles and Wheatley's in Harrow.
Yeah.
So we basically, our week was made of 3 or 4 venues every week. Going to rockabilly shows.
Yeah.
We saw like Ray Campy in the early days.
Yeah.
You know, bands, the Teddy Boy bands as well, Crazy Gavin and all these, the others.
Well,
Flying Saucers.
They were the bands at the time, so they're the bands we were watching at the time.
Yeah.
You know, and then we sort of all wanted to emulate and become rockabilly bands. And not many bands had double basses then either. A lot of bands with like bass guitar. And the old one that did have a double bass had it maybe mic'd up in a very different way, didn't they? Was it?
That was the flying saucers.
Yeah.
Like a double bass, but with electric pickup. So it was really like an ordinary bass.
Yes.
It was there for, in fact, more than anything else.
Yeah.
And we just, we all wanted to start a band, and we didn't know what to do, and we wanted to do something different. Like we liked the early 50s rockabilly. Some of the old rockabilly artists we used to see that used to come over to the UK, we were so excited to see them, but they'll turn up and they'll be a bit country and western, they'll have an electric bass.
Not what you were expecting.
Exactly.
People like Matt Curtis maybe.
But our parents really drummed in the rock and rolls because they loved rock and roll.
Did they?
In the 50s, all had their quiffs and whatever, and driving and all that.
You had to bring hair into it, didn't you?
Driving, yeah, I've got to bring hair into it. He's the only one who's got his hair. So,
it's a wig.
But yeah, so we were really just growing up with it.
Yeah.
And it just really did progress from that, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, but we started off really rockabilly. It was all rockabilly. Everything we played was, initially, quite a lot of covers as you do.
Yeah.
And then you start writing your own songs, and that's when it all sort of changed a bit. Because everything we were writing about was a little bit more, something for today or something a bit obscure.
Yeah.
And then the tunes were a little bit different, the riffs were different.
So at this point, were you like influenced by was psychobilly going on, or was
there was no such thing as psychobilly at that time. Steve will tell you.
Yeah, because isn't there a discussion? I think it started with Ginger that the Ricochets actually were the first psychobilly.
I don't know whether that's
possibly.
I think things were going on Which we like when the Meteors were doing their stuff. We really weren't aware of the Meteors.
Yes.
They weren't, they weren't us.
And they weren't aware of the
Ricochets. We were like
Ricochets.
Ricochet stuff, the early stuff. We didn't know about the Meteors at all. They weren't part of it. And obviously as that grew, obviously we heard the Meteors playing. And so forth.
But even before then, with the rockabilly stuff, we loved the rockabilly stuff, but we just wanted that bit more oomph in it, wanted a bit more power. And that's how it all started. I think that's how it starts with the psychobilly scene.
Well, that's one of the other things as well. I mean, in those days, I mean, we did, as we played this evening, we played a Generation X number, King Rocker, and we did that on the Maiden Shade album, but we were playing it live before, and we were getting away with it. When bands like the Polecats were doing a David Bowie cover,
John and Money Dancing,
and going to Scotland and getting their heads nearly ripped off because they're doing the David Bowie number.
Right.
We were getting away with doing the Generation X number.
Why?
It was the scene. It was still very much a sort of a rock and roll, rockabilly scene. If you brought anything into it, people didn't like it. But I think we found a way of bringing it into it so it didn't sound like the Generation X number. And but as Steve said, we started to write our own stuff. Like things like which we haven't played for years actually.
Running Wild.
Running Wild.
Yeah, that's a psychobilly song in itself.
Words like
100%.
a shop window is smashed somewhere in town, and you're getting chased by the police because you look differently, and they think, oh, he must have done it because he's got spiky hair or he's got
giant,
jeans on and stuff like that. And it was that kind of thing which influenced us. But thankfully they never caught Dave, so
I could run past those days.
But I think that's part of the magic. I mean, of course, you guys are a great band, and you were all really good musicians, a great singer.
How much we got paid for saying that?
You're a really good drummer. We'll get to that in a minute, because Ginger's he's a really hard act to follow. But all of that is so in what you do. And I think
even though we are our own individuals, we play as a band. No one tries to outshine anyone else. We think about the song, we think about the actual music and how it's coming across, and not that any one of us wants to be a superstar or anything like that. Except for Ben, maybe.
Ben is a superstar, though.
Well, Ben is a superstar, so it's cool.
He's the one who wears the tie, because he's done the work.
Okay, so how did you get to the Clubfoot?
We
never played Clubfoot. The
Ricochets, we never played Clubfoot.
You never played?
No. We disbanded by then, you see. And then that's when the psychobilly scene really sort of took off.
Right.
But me and Steve, we used to go down and watch the backs.
The one of us.
We disbanded, I think, and
all the other bands.
Probably 1980. Well, there was other things going on, wasn't there?
It wasn't there. For me, it was just...
It was work.
It was one way or the other. We were either going full time,
right,
or we were going to, first for me, or work.
Yes.
And I just thought, well, I had a reasonable job, and I just thought, I can't continue this. And I think, and also, at that time, I think we were going for a change. Ginger decided he was going to
join the Meteors.
Ginger joined the Meteors.
Okay.
And we were still going, and I think me and Sam popped down to the club to see this new band called Ricochets. They were interested in Sam.
Yeah, they invited me down +1, so
and my recommendation
took my brother.
At that time said, crack on with these boys. I was quite happy to drop out.
No, hold on. You said recommendation. You said to me, if you don't join this band, you are mental.
Because you could see they were going to.
Yeah, they were absolutely brilliant. Yeah. And at the time, I had a full-time job, doing quite well, and I joined the band, and we started to
join the band, left your job.
Yeah, and after a few months, they said, look, we've got too many gigs. You've got to think about, do you want to work or do you want to stay in the band? So I thought I'll stay in the band.
Stay in the band. Great. Good for you.
Yeah, I did that for a number of years.
Wow.
And it was great fun.
Yeah. So now we come to you.
Superstar.
Here's your moment now, Ben.
So here's his name. I told you so.
So what's your name? Ben.
Mark Harmon.
Ben Cooper. Yeah.
Ben Cooper. So how did you get together with these guys?
Well, Steve got in touch and said, well, I thought it was quite simple really. He said, you want to join? And I went, yeah, all right.
Basically, obviously, Ginger decided to leave the band for whatever reason as it was, which is not a big deal. So there's no issues between us, the band, and Ginger. It's just one of those things. So I think I contacted Ben before, but it was a similar time where, I think probably similar time when Ginger was going to leave the band.
Right.
I contacted him before, didn't I? A while ago. And anyway, as it happened, he never did leave. So it was a bit carried as he was. And then I had Ben's number all the time, so this occurred. This occurred again, and I rang Ben up, and at that time he was more than available. So Ben said, yeah, he's up for it. So unfortunately now he's got Restless and about 300 other bands on his cards.
Well,
You're playing with Restless too?
Yes.
So, okay, so what's your background? Tell us a little bit about you.
Well, my background is Restless, basically.
Okay.
That's the best known band I was in before the Ricochets.
Yeah.
Started the band sort of late, sort of 78, and first gig 1980, and then stayed with them until 1990 and then rejoined them. But I don't know, I'm going about dates and everything, but that's...
around then.
Yeah, so that's kind of what...
Okay.
If anyone knows me, it's for Restless more than anything else.
Yes.
But of course, we all knew the Ricochets in, Restless in the early days, because we were kind of... I think the period that the Ricochets started was like a transition period between authentic rock and roll and rockabilly to people wanting to do something of their own.
Yes.
And when Restless started, we kind of looked for things, and bands and stuff, and it was like the Blue Cat Trio. But also, we got the Ricochets album, and we listened to it very carefully. We thought, oh yeah, that's interesting. Oh no.
They burnt it after
How can they get away with that song?
No. We sat around the record player and listened to the Ricochets album. We did, quite seriously.
Those were the days, sitting around the record player.
Yeah, so I have to really. So I get the arrangements, which are really random.
Yeah, great.
There's a moral to the story, you should never have played it.
So you've got this great legacy in...
Yeah, so we knew Ben, obviously he's a well-known drummer. He's from a great band, and so it was great to have him available, so I was fortunate when I called him.
And it is difficult as well for Ben to actually play, and Ginger's, where Ginger's been playing with the Ricochets since Dot. Sure. So it's a hard thing, it probably isn't easy for Ben to do that.
Yes.
But, he does it. And he does it well.
Yeah,
he played well tonight. He played really well tonight. Yeah.
So much.
We're going to pay him a little bit extra in his wages this week. And only a little bit.
No. We're going to actually pay him.
Oh, yes.
Thanks, guys. Thank you, guys.
They could be around later on. We never said that, did we?
Well, I mean, if you're paying me, I'm in debt.
So great. So what's on tap now for you guys?
I don't know, we'll keep talking about another album, and we'll keep talking about another album. And
We will do it eventually, but like we said from the beginning of this interview, we said about the rockabilly.
Yes.
And we are really interested in doing a rockabilly album. That's exactly what we want to do. We keep talking about it, but Steve really wants to do it. I really want to do it. And Sam wants to. We do want to do it. And then Ben, like a rockabilly drummer, so now we're in the perfect position to do this rockabilly album. And now we're doing duets as well. Me and Steve are both singing the harmonies and black slacks and things like that. When we have rehearsals, actually we're coming on a long way. We are. We're quite a good
a song the other day called "Made in the Shade."
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, there's a song. Yeah.
Like an old 50s song, and it's a duetty thing, and it's "Made in the Shade" or something along those lines.
Yeah.
So I've got to do that. You should have done that a long time ago.
Yes.
So what's the secret to sort of keeping it going?
Having fun, enjoying it.
Not taking yourselves too seriously.
Not worrying about
Taking the band seriously.
Not worrying about your hair growing back. It's a big thing for three of us.
Yeah.
Sam, it's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Although it's going to be grey.
But it's hair.
I'll take it pink, blue, yellow, I don't care what colour it is.
As long as it doesn't turn ginger, I'm quite happy. Sorry, Ginger.
So you've got a really great lineup now, and you want to do a rockabilly album?
We do want to do a rockabilly album.
And that would be original rockabilly songs, or are you going to do a mixture?
We want to do it as original as possible. So we want to do a few covers and a few of our own, but we want it to sound authentic.
To be honest with you, we want to do that. There's still another Psychomania album to come out as well, hopefully. So we're going to have to work it out whether we do there's a potential deal on the table to do something like a 4-track vinyl rockabilly thing, which we're looking at.
We're a lazy band, we've got all the talk, but we don't just put it together.
There's obviously another Psychomania album. It's like anything, writing material, getting together. We all live in different corners of... So,
Really, you're not all in London?
Not all local.
Because I ran into you on the tube one day.
Well, I was in London, So I live in Essex, this man lives in Kent.
Okay.
Dave lives in
Hertfordshire, yeah.
And Sam is in
Northumberland.
Is it Devon? Gloucester.
Okay.
So, yeah.
But it's not that big a country.
No, exactly. And we still get together. We haven't managed to have rehearsals, so I can't see why we can't. Rehearsal, yeah. Okay, yeah. I stand corrected.
I'm just going to skip out the video for a beer.
Okay.
Steve, make that 2.
Do you want a beer, Ben?
Yeah, we'll do it.
You're allowed one, that's all right, yeah.
Yeah, okay. I'm still getting paid though, yeah?
So what's on tap? You're playing Canada in July.
We've got a tour later on in the year with Lonesome as well in Germany.
Where are you going to play in Germany, do you know?
Well, a few dates have been confirmed. I can't remember. Unless 4 dates,
Are you coming to Berlin?
So, I don't know.
I don't know. You've got to look at Lonesome's website.
Okay. Lonesome.com.
Yeah, we mentioned you now, Lonesome. See, you're in there. It's the Lonesome.
He's the 5th Ricochet.
Oh, thanks very much, Steve.
Lovely jubbly. Sam.
Still going to get paid.
So I've been talking to a lot of the bands tonight, like Doyley and Mark Robertson, and some of the newer bands, the younger bands, like the Test Pilot.
Yeah.
About sort of the state of the psychobilly scene. And so, you know, you guys have been, all of you, from the beginning. What do you think about the state of the scene? Is it, I mean, some people are saying...
That could probably be a very low...
Well, it has... Psychobilly the scene has changed quite a lot from the actual, the term psychobilly.
Yeah.
You know, psycho and billy. A lot of billy is missing from the psychobilly, which is a rockabilly.
Right.
So, you know, I think a proper psychobilly band will still have any sort of rockabilly in it, you know.
Some of the bands...
You know...
Sorry to interrupt, but some of the bands are either like punk bands with a double bass, or heavy metal bands with a double bass.
Yes.
Or rock bands with a...
And there's nothing wrong with that at all.
There's nothing wrong, but you know, there isn't, as Dave was saying, there's no roots of any sort of types of rockabilly in that, and now that's what the real psychobilly is. I mean, you know, we've seen...
Well, that's what you are.
Yeah, I mean, we still like to have, I mean, people call us old school, they call us
neo
and psychobilly or neo rock.
They call us other names as well.
Of course, a lot of other names as well. But we've never labelled ourselves. Even when we did songs like Migraine and Witchcraft, and we did the Made in the Shade album, people were calling us psychobilly. What the hell was that? You know, but that was what was happening
that was in the early
at the time. You know, and you know, this thing, old school, new school, whatever.
Yeah.
But I think if there's a market for it, then it's fine. It's not really my taste, I must admit.
Yeah.
But you know,
I think the other question is you're probably posing is the psychobilly scene going to stay vibrant? You know, because that's what a lot of the other bands are saying.
Yeah.
We're not getting. Lots of bands don't
There's
get as many.
a lot of worry.
Yeah, there's not a lot of gigs like there once was. You know, you're not inundated with shows. So you start doing maybe where you had done 12 or 15 shows a year, you're down to like 6 shows a year, 7 shows a year. Yeah, and it is. I guess.
But it does die down, and it always comes back up again. And like you said, there's always new bands. New bands is a good thing, you know, regardless of it's the original psychobilly sound or not. But it still keeps the scene active. You know.
But then what happens? You find that things go in stages, don't they? You know, it sort of goes high, then it drops off a little bit, then there'll be like another surge. It's like even with my days in the Bats, when we did our first, did our first album, we were going on like 30, 40, 50 day tours.
Wow.
You know, and just the album, and we would like all year would more or less be on the actual road. But as the years went by, we weren't getting that amount of stuff, and obviously, you know, not bands as a lot of bands not really getting it now.
Yes.
You know, but you know, probably it would take like a new band maybe to come onto the scene with something fresh that might lift things. You know, or it may be an old band.
Yeah, you just don't know. Actually, it's true. Very, very true.
Well, I mean, it needs both. Don't interrupt you.
Well, I mean, I think the thing is that what I noticed being in Restless is things changed much more towards festivals, and I think nowadays there seems to be, I don't know, punters, you know, sort of fans of bands of almost any genre, but especially kind of psychobilly and rockabilly. It's about events.
Yes.
Rather than like single gigs, because there was a small scene and you could do lots of clubs, so you could do 5 clubs maybe out of 7 days.
Yeah.
But it's kind of gone a lot more towards kind of festivals and events, and so you kind of get, let's say, lots of little gigs and one big gig.
Yeah, that's right. That is right. That's exactly what happens as well.
I mean, I think in England there might be a move towards live music in general and small venues. I mean, I could be wrong.
Really?
Yeah, I think it's possible, because I don't know, it might have something to do with vinyls coming back, and so people are into getting more involved with music.
Yes.
Because they've been detached from it because of downloading and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
People are buying vinyl, and so if people are buying vinyl, that means bands can possibly make money without being massively famous.
Yeah.
They can sell vinyl,
Yeah.
and maybe the small scene will come back. I don't know. I mean, I could be wrong, but I'd like to think that there could be a small scene coming back, and that would work very well for psychobilly and rockabilly, I think, because it's a live scene. So that could affect the Ricochets very well, and maybe some of the bands coming up. I don't know. I think the next few years could be very interesting.
Yeah. I think that what you were saying about the festivals and everything is also about how it's a social thing, you know, like people like to see their friends, and you know, you go to these festivals and you see people from all over the world.
And the bands get paid more money.
Yes, that's all.
So festivals.
Yeah, to festivals. Yeah, I agree to that. Yeah, every weekend.
Panita.
Well, you know, I was talking to Doyley and Mark Robertson before, and they were both saying there's too many festivals. You know, there's like a festival every month.
Yeah, and they both play them all.
Right.
Yeah, they do. Especially Doyley.
Doyley.
Doyley plays every single festival going.
He's your standing guitar whore, isn't he?
How many bands?
I've become a drummer.
Country and western.
But you know, that people, especially in the times that we're living, economic uncertainty, political uncertainty, and all of that, you know, that people sort of have to pick and choose. You can't go to every festival. You just can't afford it. You have to work. You have to take holidays and everything like that. So I think what they were saying is that actually, when you have a lot of festivals, it's not necessarily good for the scene, because they're competing against each other.
Well, you can't attend every one of them. That's the trouble.
Yeah.
You know, and if you've got a favourite band playing at that festival, and you've got a favourite band playing in that festival, and they're on the same sort of dates, you can only pick one. You're not going to. So, and that's another thing. I mean, but it's not the festival's fault. But obviously, the promoters are trying to make as much money as they can. But at the end of the day, you go to whatever one you want to go to, and if one's busier than the other,
Then
you know, but that's then that's when you say, oh, it wasn't busy tonight. You know, it wasn't busy at this festival because they've gone to another festival. Yeah, but that's no one's control. It's just the way it is.
Right.
But at that certain time when you're playing, if you're a band playing and there's no one there, you know, you're going to think, oh, why was it so quiet? Right. But it's nothing to do. There's another festival. But at the end of the day, you've got to play, carry on playing, and you've got to have fun. Now, all this is about what we're doing is just about having fun. At the end of the day. And we get paid well, so you know. But you can't. There's no win-win situation in this. You either love playing, and you want to carry on playing, which we do. Yeah. Otherwise, you know, we would have just called it a day years ago.
Yeah, I think if you stop enjoying what you're doing, then you might call it
you should do
a
something
day.
else.
Exactly, You know, I mean, we've had getting to this gig has been very difficult for us. You know, Friday, getting up at 2 o'clock in the morning and, you know, driving to Stansted and being delayed, nearly missing the flight and everything, and God knows what else.
And then can't get in your room when you get here.
You can't get in your room when you get here and you're dog tired.
Yeah.
You know, you do that for a particular reason, and it's nothing to do with the money, because it's not great. There's no deal about that. But to get up on a stage and seeing people in front of you really enjoying themselves and having a good
That's
time.
the more of a buzz than anything.
That is, you know, that's the payoff. That's the payoff, and that would be the other thing. If we start doing gigs and people were just standing around and picking their nose or something,
You see
you know,
They're the hardest ones to do.
yeah,
They are.
We'd have to think. We'd have to think very seriously about that, and you know, which I think bands have to ask themselves that sometimes. You know, why are you doing this? You know, I ask a lot of bands probably ask me, why are you still doing this?
Yeah.
Should you have given up now?
Yeah, why are you doing this?
It's a beautiful thing that you're still doing.
Yeah, it's true. It's you know, and it's great to, you know, just to, and it's, you know, this gig especially, it was a very responsive audience. Not saying that we feed off that response, you know.
But we do as well. It's good to see it.
It's good to see people are having a good time, because they'll go away and they'll remember tonight for some time. You know, I will certainly remember it, because I haven't played a bass with steel strings for years, and my fingers will remember it for about 2 weeks.
Old men. Old men still having fun, and I see. You know, why not?
When you think the combined age of the band is over 200 years,
But if we're going to be like Bill Haley's Comets,
it's not bad.
on drums, Ben Cooper, 79 years old.
What?
Finally, Sam.
What?
I'm only 81. Still playing the bass, but jazz now.
But now he's in a wheelchair. We have to get him a little bass.
And we bring the bass to him. And as for the singer, don't even go there.
Well, you guys have so much energy, and I just say it, I'm sure I'm speaking for everybody who loves the Ricochets. Long live the Ricochets.
Thank you. We had great fun. Thank you very much.
So glad that you stepped into the void.
Yeah, well done, Ben.
We look forward to many, many, many more Ricochets.
Yeah, we're waiting for the record.
Yeah, they're waiting for the record. Yeah, we've done the talk, now we've got to do the walk.
Right?
Yeah,
But we are not very good at recording.
It takes a while to get an album out for us. 3 in, was it? We've done 40 years or something.
3 and 4.
What's your last record?
Yeah.
Get your work rate sorted.
Huh?
Chain Dog.
It's the last album.
2014.
Oh, okay.
That's quite recent. It's quite recent.
Yeah.
For us, it's like yesterday.
Target was in the 90s.
That was 91 or 91. Yeah.
See you later.
See you later, yeah. Cheers, folks.
So, long live the Ricochets.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Cheers. Thanks a lot, yeah. Ta-ra. Bye-bye. See ya. Keep on rocking.
You can see my blister.
Yes.